Merry Christmas, Nikki.
Merry Christmas to you, too. I can't believe another year has flown by.
Sometimes it happens way too fast.
I know we don't usually do this, but can we open up one present early?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Okay, where is it? This one. This one. I'm so excited for you to open it.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. What is it? What did you get? What? It's coffee.
Yeah. Well, it's not just coffee. It's Expedition Roasters Coffee, the artisanal roaster of specialty pop culture-inspired coffees. That one happens to be Fortune and Glory. Its flavor is bourbon streusel, and the other one is their seasonal flavor, the happiest brew that ever sailed, which is peppermint mocha, which I'm super excited to try.
What? An Indiana Jones themed coffee? Let me just go grab my whip and fedora and I'll be ready for another adventure.
With Expedition Roasters, there's an adventure in every bag.
Who told you to get this for me? Because this is perfect.
Oh, Santa did.
Okay. Seriously, who told you?
I'm not joking. Santa told me he thought you would like it. Apparently he's been handing it out to kids who go see him at the local mall.
Well, you sound crazy. Everybody knows Santa's not real.
Was someone about to say I wasn't real?
You're here? Like here. And you're real.
Told ya!
Who do you think put that collector's edition box of Gossip Girl in your stocking a few years ago?
I don't quite remember it exactly like that, but regardless, thanks for the coffee, Santa.
No problem. I figured you would love it. Now better go brew a cup for me and Nikki before I put you on the naughty list.
Santa, is it too late to ask for one more Christmas gift?
Sure.
A new door? You kind of broke ours with your grand entrance.
Was that a yes?
I don't know.
Start your expedition today by heading over to expeditionroasters.com. Don't forget to use coupon code DUO15 at checkout for 15% off your first purchase of Expedition Roasters themed coffees. Brew your happy place. Expedition Roasters, an adventure in every bag.
Hi, and welcome to the Theme Park Duo podcast. Grab your park map, churro, and hop in line with us as we take you on a coast-to-coast adventure through the world of theme parks, haunts, conventions, and more. Now, here's your hosts, Nikki and Gabriel.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Theme Park Duo podcast. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Gabe.
And we are
the Theme Park Duo. A little late, but better late than never.
For
this
what?
episode.
Oh, the episode. I thought you meant my delivery.
No, the episode.
Okay.
Major technical issues on our end the
Yeah.
last couple of nights, which has not been the best.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's figured out and we can move forward without any issues.
Yeah, this is
sounds
like the
great.
fourth time I've said my intro because of how many issues we've had.
Well, mainly my issue is just you not knowing the intro, especially
not
after
true.
3 seasons.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
I said the intro just fine. Your computer kept stalling.
Well, yeah, my computer was the issue this time, but I'm saying prior to that, my issue has just been you.
Oh, I'll just leave then.
No tissue for my issue. You're gonna leave? Don't leave.
I'm erroneous.
No, you're part of the duo. You can't leave.
Okay, well, let's jump right into the episode where Gabe goes to stuff without me and then tells me about it.
That seems to be a reoccurring theme for the season. It may or not be because we are in charge of a human life.
Yeah, who should not be out in the rain.
Who should not be let out of her cage.
No, who should just not be out in the rain.
I don't know about you, but when I babysit, I'm like,
Well, you know,
be back by 11.
You know, you don't feed them after midnight. You don't get them wet. You
Yeah, pretty
know, all
much.
those things.
Except for the
So-
fact that we dumped her in a tub.
Oh, no, now there's plenty of them.
That sounded very violent.
No.
We gave her a bath.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't anything more violent
Yeah.
than just a normal bath.
I was making a
Not
Gremlins
that
joke and you
baths
totally
are
didn't
violent.
even, like...
No, I got the joke.
I know, but
20 of them.
I know, but you totally didn't even, like...
Half of them are green.
You totally didn't even, like, talk to... You didn't...
I didn't talk
acknowledge
to them.
it. You didn't acknowledge my joke.
I just did.
Okay, let's
You're
move
just
on.
you're just bitter that you didn't go to either of these things.
I'm bitter that I don't have wine tonight. I had wine during the night of technical issues, but I have no wine tonight.
The technical issues made Nikki drink.
No. I was drinking before that to get all hyped up for the show.
You get all hyped up and sassy?
Yeah, to get my sassy pants on. But now I have no wine. So you just
And no
get,
sassy pants.
So you just get kind of grumpus pajamas.
Grumpus pajamas.
Yeah.
That works well.
Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about the first thing on our agenda today, and that is the Aiden Sinclair show that I went to on board the Queen Mary. You might be familiar with this from the show before. We've talked about his show on the show before.
Yeah.
Haha. And it's called Illusions of the Past.
PASSED.
No, not past. Past.
Yeah.
Past. With a D at the end of it. And this one happened to be the Christmas version. Now, the show in and out of itself was relatively similar. A lot of the same illusions. There were some differences in there, mainly the overarching theme and the and the vibe to the entire night was really Christmas oriented.
Were the custom cocktails different?
No, they were still the same.
Okay, got it.
So it kind of revolved around that. So the show still absolutely incredible. Like I was still like I was watching things that we saw the last time we saw him, and I was still very much unable to figure out how that was done.
Yeah.
And I took part in the show this time.
Yeah.
This is the only illusion that I'll talk about simply based on the fact that I was involved.
Don't go into too much detail.
Okay, then maybe I shouldn't even talk about it at all then.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Don't talk about it at all?
No, because it's a good one.
Yeah, I know, but I was involved in it.
Well, okay, well, let's just say the first time the time I watched the show, I was like, there's no way they could have done that without one of those people being a plant. And then
I was in that particular one.
And then when Gabe went alone, he was in the role that I was sure had to be a plant. And it wasn't. And he experienced what that other girl said she experienced.
Yep.
Let's leave it at that.
I think we talked about it in specifics on the show last time. So if you want to go hear it, then just listen to the last time we talked about it. But yeah, no, not a plant. I definitely was not a plant. If I were a plant, I think I would be a hydrangea. What? Different kind of plant?
I would be...
A hibiscus.
No.
Hibiscus.
Why are you only naming H plants?
How about a succulent?
No. I would be bamboo.
Durable, yet recyclable.
And persistent.
And persistent.
Yeah.
And pandas eat you.
That's fine.
Why bamboo? This is a weird turn.
Because
I'm sorry.
bamboo is hard to kill.
That's true. It is very hard to kill. That's why I would say, like, if I want to be like an animal, I would say killer whales because nobody F's with a killer whale.
I'd be...
A red panda.
No. I'd be something that could fly. Like an eagle.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Anyway, aside from our wants to be plants and animals, the show was absolutely incredible, and I thoroughly enjoyed my experience going there again. Aiden puts on an incredible show. He's an incredible storyteller. He's an incredible showman, and he's very talented in what he does. And I can't wait to see the show again. It doesn't get boring. I've seen it twice now, and even the illusions that I'm used to still get me because I honestly don't know how he's doing it.
Yeah.
And it bothers me that much.
It's a great show and just a whole great experience overall. It's definitely worth going to.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I think I mentioned on... I think I mentioned it on Instagram, is that when you go to his show, it doesn't feel like you're just walking into a theater, sitting down, and watching a show, and then that's it. It feels like an entire experience.
Yeah.
Because the moment you walk into the Revenant room, there's that hallway with all the people who have died on the Queen Mary, with the creepy music. You're in a waiting room with a museum full of, quote, haunted items. Artifacts, and you have custom cocktails that are built around spooky spirits that roam the ship. So that whole ambiance and experience leading up to the actual show really creates this nice vibe and really creates an environment and experience as opposed to just kind of showing up for a show and then leaving.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and then I did the ghost hunting thing afterwards. Last time, nothing happened really.
Nothing.
There were some weird, odd occurrences.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing outstanding.
Yeah.
But some crazy stuff went down this time around.
And I'm so jealous I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was craziness. It was crazy pants. Absolute bonkers. So I'm not going to go into super detail on exactly what happened, because if you want to know the full story and background behind what they're looking for, then you need to go to the show and experience this in order to learn it.
Yeah.
I don't want to share the specifics of what it is, because if you end up hearing the show and then you end up going,
It'll influence
it'll 100% influence you, and then you're going to be listening for that. You're going to be looking for that. You're going to think you hear certain things that are specifically what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't want to do that. And Nikki knows what I'm talking about because she went.
Because I went to the show, yeah. Or to the after.
To the ghost expedition.
Yeah.
Expedition Ghost. Sounds like a show that would be on Travel Channel.
Yeah.
Expedition Ghost.
Yeah.
Free idea right there.
Expedition Ghost. And then it's like they go across the world searching for haunted locations.
That would be nice.
Like Ghost Hunters International.
But it would have to be voiced by that creepy little lady from Poltergeist.
Okay.
Do you remember that show?
The show?
Most Haunted Places or something? And it was on like super late at night, and it was voiced
that
by
lady?
her.
She's also the one that was in Teen Witch, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it's the same lady.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So they use a myriad of different little devices to kind of find. The thing is that, like, I don't want to say ghosts. I don't want to say spirits. I'm gonna have to.
No, that just say. I'm
gonna have to.
That to find interaction
with whatever it is on the ship.
Yeah.
Honestly, because like when I say ghost, people are thinking in their head like sheet ghost or some crap, you know, like that's not what it is. Whatever you believe, whatever it is, there's something on the ship. There's energy on the ship. It's there,
and they want it to communicate.
Yes, and I'm gonna reference it as a spirit.
Sure.
Just to make it easier on myself.
Yeah.
So basically, they have a myriad of tools in order to speak to spirits. They have one box that is like static electricity, so he put his hand over it, and just getting close to it, the little dials were going crazy.
Yeah.
There's another one that did static as well, but that one was insulated, so he went close to it, didn't go off. He had to really handle it for it to go off. And then there was another box that kind of gauged like EMF, temperature, humidity, like touch, like sound, like everything. And then there was the little cat toys that you actually have to hit pretty hard for them to go off.
Yeah.
And then a K2 meter, which the K2 meter basically is used by construction workers to make sure they're not going to be going into walls where there's electricity because they don't want to get electrocuted.
Yeah.
So that only goes off with electromagnetic fields. So if you were to hold it to your your Apple Watch or your phone, it would go off. So you have to put your phones on airplane mode. You have to put your watch on airplane mode to turn it off. So that's kind of a good way of making sure that nothing's really getting interfered with. And if you were to see all of them go off, you would know that that's not necessarily supernatural. It's just something interfering with them. But if one goes off and the others don't, that's a little sus.
Yeah.
So they put somebody in what's called the Estes method. So basically they put blindfolds, noise canceling headphones, and they are listening to radio stations going through very quickly, looking for words. So it's technically called a spirit box, and the Estes method is just the idea that you put on headphones so that you're not influenced by any of the questions or anything that people are asking. You're just saying words. So you're told, just say words, whatever you're hearing, just say it regardless. If you're thinking something, say it. You don't know what we're asking, so just say whatever you're hearing. That wasn't doing anything. The K2 meter was doing stuff. And we were getting direct responses on the K2 meter at a certain point. And it would turn up from green. There's little lights on it. It goes from green, yellow to red. It would go up to red every single time we got a yes. If there was a no, it just wouldn't light up. And it was getting to be very responsive to the point where it couldn't have just been like coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, there is no coincidence that with every one of those responses that were like coinciding with the question, as well as consistency with everything. It was going past coincidence. Like, it was absolutely insane. And the thing that got me the most, and the thing that I'll kind of leave this on, is they decided, because we were getting so many responses and we were getting good, like, consistent responses, they said, "Do you recognize anybody in the room?" And it went up. And they said, "Can we pass around the K2 meter and you tell us who you've seen before?" It went up. They start passing it around to every single person. Every single person that has been to a show there, it went off. Every single person who had never seen the show didn't go off.
That's nuts.
It's bonkers. And the fact that none of the other things were going off in the room. At one point, the cat toys were going off. And you have to, like,
Yeah.
hit those hard for those to go off. It isn't just a tap or like step on the floor next to it, you actually have to physically touch it in order for it to go off. So the fact that that was going off, we're getting these answers, all this stuff, it was just so crazy. It was absolutely bonkers. It's hard to kind of wrap your head around and explain.
That's cool. I'm glad that the second time you did it, that stuff happened.
Yeah, it was. I can't wait to go back. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so excited to go back and ask more questions and experience things. You never know what you're going to see or hear or experience aboard the ship. And better than most people, especially because you've experienced stuff, that the ship is insanely active.
Oh, yeah.
So chances are you're going to experience something. And they did tell me that ever since we had gone, there had been activity every single night, and it had been scaling up and up and up and up and up. And the night that we had the interactions that night, they said that's the longest that they've interacted with a spirit ever during
so
the shows.
cool.
But the fact that they've consistently been there, they've consistently had groups there, and it's been consistently getting more and more active, it's absolutely insane. And the thing is that Aiden and his partner are very respectful of the space, of the history of the ship, of its quote inhabitants. So I think that has a lot to do with the responsive nature of whatever's there.
Yeah.
There is a equal playing field of respect, it seems.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely insane. I mean, like, if you don't believe in this kind of stuff, you don't have to believe in it. That's totally fine. For me, I personally believe in this kind of stuff. I know that, Nikki, you believe in it to a certain extent.
I do. I
Yeah.
believe in some aspects of it. I don't believe in other things.
I don't think it's like
I-
I don't think it's like an equatable dead person to ghost. I don't think it's that.
I think that there's different explanations for different things. Some of them are paranormal, some of them are echoes and rocks. I think there's lots of different reasons why things can happen. And some of them are probably spirits or beings out there that we can't see but can see us and interact with us in some way. I believe that. Do I believe there's a portal by the pool in the Queen Mary? No.
There's a portal in the pool.
I think that's BS.
You gotta fix it. Close the portal.
I think the Queen Mary is a ship with lots of history, lots of things that have happened there, and I think that echoes back to some degree.
Yeah.
Whether it's aware or not, I think it echoes back.
I think I'm one to think that we are all just made up of so much energy, and throughout our lives we exert a lot of energy, whether or not that's positive or negative, through extreme hardships or happy memories. There's a lot of that happens to us, and people spent a good chunk of their lives on that ship. People lost their lives on the ship. Life was made on that ship. So there's a lot of things that happen, and I'm not shocked or surprised if those things made an imprint.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's left over, And something that Aiden said in the show that I think is very poignant and very interesting is that because people come to the ship to look for death all the time, people never come here and look for life. But in fact, people have had incredible memories here, and maybe that's what heaven is reliving the happiest you've ever been in your entire life over and over and over and over. And sometimes seeing Like the woman in white, who's a very famous spirit on board the ship, dancing in her wedding dress. That's what people see. Maybe that's her, reliving the happiest memory of her entire life.
Yeah.
Dancing on her wedding day, being the most beautiful woman on earth. Because who isn't the most beautiful woman on earth on their wedding day?
Yeah.
So it's all stuff to think about. It isn't. I mean, like it isn't normally something we talk about on the show that often. We've talked about ghost hunting and talked about the Queen Mary and that kind of stuff. We haven't really delved into that side of things before, that heavily. But I do think that this has a lot to do with themed entertainment with regards to how Aiden's show connects to what the experience is. So, although this may not be within the norm of a conversation that you would hear on our show or anyone else's show for that matter, I do think that it is a big part of that experience. And I'm excited to talk more about that kind of stuff in future episodes.
Yeah, I think it goes along with the territory of the Queen Mary, and we do a lot of Queen Mary stuff, so.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And, I don't think, like, there's a lot of theme park podcasts out there. And even though we're called Theme Park Duo, we focus on themed entertainment.
Yeah.
So it isn't just theme parks. It's themed entertainment. So Aiden's show is very much themed entertainment, and this is connected to that.
Yep.
So it's a very interesting conversation. By the way, everybody, if you like hearing this kind of stuff on the show, let us know. I mean, like, I'm genuinely curious to know if this kind of a topic is interesting to you guys, because I am toying with, and this is for next season, toying with the idea of doing a show that is about theme park ghost stories.
Ooh.
So, people seeing spooky spirits and spooky stuff all over the theme parks and stuff.
I have a spooky story.
What's your spooky story?
I was at Six Flags. It was very late at night. The park was pretty much closed, and we were walking out.
And Shamu swam up next to you.
Six Flags.
And said...
Not SeaWorld, Six Flags.
I didn't stutter.
I am telling my spooky story. And all of a sudden, I hear a bang, 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 bang off to the side. And I get super scared. And I look over, and there's a trash can. It's going bang, 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 bang. And then a tiny, furry ghost that looked like a burglar ran out and ran across the sidewalk.
I didn't know ghosts dressed up as burglars.
Tiny, furry burglars.
Damn furry burglars.
Damn furry burglars.
Crusty jugglers.
Anyway.
Did he have a great big bushy beard?
He did. Anyway, it was late at night, and I got spooked.
By a ghost dressed as a furry burglar.
Furry burglar about 2 feet tall. Maybe 3.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying. Did he hold you up? Did he try to take your money?
No, he ran away with his loot.
Which was trash.
Trash.
It was a trash panda.
It was a trash panda. At Six Flags.
I'm pretty sure I've seen multiple trash pandas and multiple opossums. At Six Flags and or Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah.
Never seen... Oh, you know what? I lied. I've seen a possum at Disneyland. It was literally daytime, and it was sitting on the rock outside of the entrance to Frontierland in that water.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got there. It's just sitting there.
Just chilling.
Not moving. It had its mouth open. I think it was terrified. I think it was playing possum.
I definitely saw a weasel at Walt Disney World.
A weasel?
A weasel. It was in the Magic Kingdom by one of their bodies of water. It's Florida. They're everywhere. But it was in the park. And I had never seen a weasel in person before, and it was like down on the bank, and I was like, what is that?
You weaseled your way over there to go take a gander?
Did. Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah.
Weasels are sneaky little bastards.
That could be another episode. Theme park
animals.
Creatures.
Theme park creatures?
Yeah.
I saw a Wendigo at Disneyland.
What?
No, I didn't. I swear to God. Anyway, ghost stories at theme parks, or places of themed amusement parks, that kind of stuff.
I'm in.
So that's an idea that I have. So if you guys like that kind of idea, let us know. Especially if you have any scary, spooky stories from your theme park experiences. Email us at themeparkduo.com. Send them in. Send me a detailed description of the events. I know that there have been a couple things that people have already sent me of like shadow people and other ghost experiences. People getting completely ill going into certain areas of the Queen Mary, like all that stuff. So if you have scary ghost stories from a theme park or amusement park, let us know. I'm very interested in that. So look out for that. So, but overall, had a great time, and let's talk a little Christmas fun.
Woo!
So I headed over to Six Flags Magic Mountain for Holiday in the Park.
This is a fun event.
I love Holiday in the Park. I actually almost like it more than Fright Fest. almost.
What?
It's like
No, yeah.
it's like on par for me. Fright Fest and Holiday in the Park are
Holiday
like right
in the
there.
Park have s'mores.
I like Halloween. Halloween beats Christmas. But as an event,
As a Six Flags,
as a Six Flags event, I like Holiday in the Park way more.
I probably agree with you.
So, Six Flags Magic Mountain lights up your holidays as the park transforms into a magical winter wonderland for Holiday in the Park daily through November 23rd through January 5th. The magic of the season takes over starting at 5 p.m. nightly, and on select Holiday in the Park evenings, enjoy festive shows, activities, and seasonal treats. Plus, don't miss personalized meet and greets with Santa and his helpers.
Woo!
So, absolutely... you put your hood on. That's terrifying.
I got cold.
Your ears got cold?
I got cold.
Oh, okay.
It helps.
I hope so.
Okay, keep going.
I absolutely love Holiday in the Park. The park is absolutely beautiful. And the one thing I actually really, really like is that it snows absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, because Snope is our favorite holiday tradition.
It snopes everywhere. You get snoped all over. It's crazy.
Okay, so if all you listeners, if you were following along with our Instagram stories the night that Gabe went to Holiday in the Park, my favorite Instagram story is a video of you being super jazzed. You're running into one of those giant glowing like snow ornament things. You're like, yeah! And then the moment you run in there and start twirling around, all the lights go off on it. And you're like, oh. I laughed so hard.
The park is transformed, and it really like makes me feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
Just all the lights, the snow, the characters that are walking around, which most of them are very quirky.
Yeah.
And different and unique to Six Flags, and the park is just beautiful. Like, I love walking around there with a hot cocoa in my hand on a cold night in Valencia. It truly feels like wintertime. It's absolutely wonderful. And on top of that, going on some of the coasters and having a really cool bird's eye view of a lot of those lights. Like, I love going on Revolution during this time because you get a great view of the entrance to the park, especially when you come through the loop and stuff.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love it. Every second of it.
Yeah. This is one if I didn't, me and Aaron didn't go with you because it was kind of rainy and coldy that
earlier
night.
that day it was misting.
Yeah.
It was misting hard.
And it was just super cold, but this is one that I would like to hit again this year if we could. Maybe like on the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Like near the end of its run, I'd be
Yeah.
100% down to go back. I absolutely adore this event. And also, one thing that they do that is actually very fun is that they do like a food holiday event. It's called Taste of Holiday in the park.
Ooh.
And they have a bunch of different foods. And actually, when we went for the media event, they actually gave us a lot of different food to try. So we got to try a good handful of different food items that they had there that night. Now, it wasn't everything. They didn't like put out a spread and say, try everything that we're going to make forever. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what they did.
They probably put out like the new stuff and the stuff they were super proud of, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think the items that we ended up trying that were there, it was a sweet corn tamale, which I passed on because I'm not partial to sweet corn tamales.
Okay.
There was a cranberry meatless meatball, which if nobody mentioned to me that it was meatless, I wouldn't have known.
Okay.
I think the flavor of the cranberry was sweet and tart and savory enough that it hid whatever fake flavor of fake meat it was.
Okay.
And it worked out very well. Then there was wings. The wings were outstanding.
Nice.
They were so good. I had a good handful of those. They had tortilla soup. The tortilla soup was off the chain.
Nice.
They also had a jalapeno mac and cheese with pepper jack and bacon.
Ooh.
And it had pickled jalapenos on top too. That was incredible. And then a ham sandwich that came in a biscuit. So
Nice.
that at the time, I think just because of the way it was served, it was a little dry.
Yeah.
But if it's served correctly and the way it should be, it's not going to be dry.
Yeah, like it was probably sitting out well before you got to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And based on that, like, we basically, like, everyone at our table, we put mac and cheese in it and dipped it in the tomato, or in the tortilla soup. And it was very good.
You made it like a Halloween
Food hack.
Halloween French dip.
It was a holiday dip hack.
dip.
Haptic.
Isn't that what's that sandwich called that you dip? Is it called
French dip?
French dip? Okay.
French dip.
I doubted myself.
French dip sandwich.
Okay.
Or sometimes people do that with pastrami, which is weird.
You know what I really want?
What?
French onion soup.
French onion soup?
Yeah.
Sure. We can have French onion soup.
With the cheese and the bread.
By the way, like when we went to Walt Disney World, we were on a French onion soup kick.
Yeah.
We literally ate it every chance we got.
Every day.
I turned into a French onion.
At
the end of that trip.
And I gained 10 pounds in 8 days.
We both did. The fact that you could gain that much weight with walking as much as we did says a lot about how we ate.
We were eating our happy feelings.
Very much eating our happy feelings. Also ending each night with Oreos and dunking our feet in the tub with hot water.
When you find your dream dress a year before the wedding and then you spend a whole year stressing about fitting into said dream dress, you let yourself go the moment you're done wearing said dream dress. Yeah.
The first thing you wanted was like, I want a Mickey pretzel with cheese.
And I'm not sharing.
Now.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted.
That's how you.
And you didn't share.
That's how you knew.
Stood away from me.
The precedent was set for our whole relationship. Like, we're married, like, not even a whole day, and I was like, I am not sharing my Mickey pretzel with you.
Guess what? Nothing has changed.
I still don't share my Mickey pretzel.
You get your own Mickey pretzel.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what you sound like. You get so angry. It's terrifying. She turns into the Hulk when she gets a pretzel. It's weird. I don't know why. JK. Just joking.
I don't have a pretzel right
She's
now.
turning green.
No. No, I'm nice right now.
That's true. You're not Sassy Nikki or Hulk Nikki.
No, I'm not. And I'm not Wine Nikki either because I don't have any wine.
But you sure are whining a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway. Taste the holidays. Here's a list of the different foods you can get at the different locations. There's a ton of food that you could go out and spend like the whole day just trying food. Like, this is absolutely
As you say the foods, can I tell you whether or not I would want to get them or not?
We will rank them with a thumbs up,
Okay.
thumbs down, or
Okay.
That's what we'll do.
Okay.
So at Twin Charge Tacos, I love that name. Twin Charge Tacos, sweet corn tamales. Down.
I would have to
Thumbs
try
down.
it. It sounds intriguing. I don't
I
know
just
if
have
I've
bad
ever had 'em.
experiences with sweet corn tamales, so down for me.
I would give it a try.
Okay, so
Yeah.
filled churros, thumbs up.
Filled with what?
Just filled churros.
Eh.
It's a surprise.
I like classic churros.
What a salty surprise inside of a churro.
Ew. Keep going.
Peppermint deep fried Oreos, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Deep fried quesadilla, thumbs up.
No.
Why?
Don't mess with something that's already beautiful.
So thumbs down?
Thumbs down.
Okay, you're weird.
Thumbs down.
Elote, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Then at Snack Tracks, you can get cookies and cream churro loop. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
And cherry dole soft serve. Thumbs
Sure.
up.
Yeah.
And peppermint stack. Don't know what that is. But thumbs up. What?
I don't know what the stack is made of.
But thumbs up.
Thumbs up, sure.
At the Full Throttle Sports Bar, you get jalapeno bacon mac and cheese. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, sure.
Bacon wrapped green bean casserole. It's like this. I literally saw it. It was only a picture of it,
Yeah.
but it was green beans with like some of the sauce inside, and then wrapped with bacon, and you just eat it like that.
I'll try it.
I give that a honey buttered ham. Wait, honey buttered ham biscuit sandwich. That's what I was talking about.
No thanks. Thumbs down for me.
Cranberry tangerine wings. Those are what I was talking
Sure,
about.
yeah.
Thumbs up.
Except I don't like eating wings.
They get methy.
It's too messy for too little reward. There's not enough meat on wings to make them worth it. Give
I
me
don't know.
some
I think there's a
boneless
lot of
wings,
wings. Those are just
aka
called chicken
nuggets.
strips.
Yeah, I know. Give me that covered
No.
in that sauce.
No.
I don't want to work that hard for my food.
We'll deal with it.
Fine, I won't eat them.
We're through the bone. Prosciutto and broccoli mac and cheese.
Sure.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Gingerbread cheesecake.
No, I don't like cheesecake.
Yeah, because you're heartless.
I don't like gingerbread or cheesecake. That's
Yeah.
a hard no for me.
I like how you're like, I don't like cheesecake. Wait, I don't like gingerbread either. What the hell? That piece of crap.
I don't think about how much I hate gingerbread until it gets to Christmas time. And then I'm like, oh yeah!
I love specific gingerbread.
No.
I don't like all gingerbread.
Do you know what?
What?
They came out with with the air quotes gingerbread house that's made entirely out of Oreo.
Ooh.
And, you know, like the Oreo icing is like, you know, the icing.
That house isn't getting made.
That's
that
what
house
I
is
said.
just going in
I
my
was like,
face.
that house is not making it past construction.
No,
Going
it's
straight
not.
in my mouth. Straight to demolition.
Hurricane Nikki flew
Hurricane
through.
Nikki.
And a horrible tornado just
Do you know what
scooped
it
it all up
sounded
and into
like?
her mouth.
Do you know do you know what Hurricane Nikki sounds like?
Nom, 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 nom.
Okay, keep going.
At the ASO clubs, you can get deep fried caramel apple pie.
I would try it, but probably not.
You're not a pie person.
I'm not a sweets person. I'm not a desserts person, really, but...
So it's just me, myself, and pie.
Yes, yes, it is.
I'm on a roll tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Leftover turkey burger slider. You
Yes.
should never name anything leftover.
No, but I'm on board.
What happens if it's leftover from the day before? Is it leftover turkey burger slider?
And then someone complains and they're like, it's in the name.
It says it in the name. It's a legal way to get out of it.
Yeah.
Maple cranberry meatless meatballs. That's what I had,
Yeah.
and it was very good. Thumbs
I'll
up.
take your word for it, yeah.
Tangy peach ribs.
No thanks.
Thumbs up. I love ribs.
Yeah, I don't eat meat. Red
I
meat.
want to know whether I don't know if it's pork ribs or beef ribs.
Either way,
I don't know. Pork
once
ribs.
again,
You would have pork. You just
I
don't
would
eat
have
beef
pork,
a lot.
but also, once again, we're back to
Messy, not enough food.
messy and not enough food, and I don't like just chunks of meat.
That's true, but it's not chunks of meat. There's bone and cartilage.
So it's chunks of meat that you have to work even harder to get.
Sure.
Yeah, no thanks. Keep going. I'm a no.
Next one: spicy cranberry pulled pork sandwich. That sounds good. Thumbs up for
Yeah.
me. At the Plaza Ice Cream and Shakes, new Harvest Butternut Squash Soup.
No thanks. Oh no, I like butternut squash soup, but it's not my first favorite. It's not my go-to.
For me.
Yeah.
New Lobster Bisque. Thumbs up.
No thanks.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like creamy stuff like
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Poblano and white cheddar soup.
Sure.
Thumbs up.
I'm not really, no.
You are
Eh.
such a Grinch. Enchilada soup.
Sure, yeah.
Peppermint ice cream.
Yeah.
Cherry pie nachos.
No!
They're dessert nachos. They're buñuelos with cherry filling and then whipped cream.
If something is called nachos, it better be tortilla chips and cheese.
It is tortilla chips, but it has cinnamon on it. Cinnamon
No.
sugar.
You're denying me my cheese.
You are such a Grinch. Thumbs up for all of those for me. And then at Twisted Witches, which you're a Twisted Witch right now.
Sure.
New chili bowl. Thumbs up. Beer. I'm not even going to ask you. You're such a Grinch. Beer, cheese, sloppy joes.
That sounds delicious,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
you're-
red meat. Do you
Thumbs up for me.
remember when you used to love me and I asked you to make me sloppy joes made with turkey meat and you did and it was delicious?
I remember when I used to love you, yes.
You don't remember the turkey sloppy joes?
No, I remember that. I just remember specifically when I used to love you.
Got it.
Yes.
But no, okay, so I confessed to you one time that sloppy joes look so good, and I was so sad that I couldn't.
Yeah, you
eat
didn't
them.
ask me for turkey. You just said that.
I
You said, get
yeah.
the story right.
Yeah.
You said, oh man, I've always really wanted to have sloppy joes, but it's red meat.
Yeah,
That was it.
and
that
then
was the
and
statement.
then you surprised me
With turkey
with
sloppy
turkey
joes.
sloppy joes, and it was so good and messy, and it was delicious.
It was delicious and healthier.
Slightly.
Next, roasted red pepper farfalle.
What?
Farfalle.
I don't know what that is.
Farfalle. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Falafel?
No, it's a vegetarian item, but I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Farfalle. We're finding out what it is right now because I have no idea what this is. I probably someone's yelling at
Farfel.
at the radio right now. Oh my god!
Farfel.
Is a type of pasta noodle commonly known as bow tie.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh,
It's
No duh.
veggetti.
yeah, never mind.
No.
Ham and gravy potato skins? Meh.
Nah.
Last, pear and brie grilled cheese.
Ooh, I'd go for that.
That is the number one on
That's
my list
fancy
here.
schmancy.
That's the last on the list, but that's the first on my list.
Yeah.
That's gonna go straight in my tummy.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, there are tons of different food items you can get Holiday in the Park. And the festival runs from the 14th of December all the way to the 29th of December from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. So that's when you can get all these different foods. Overall, when walking the park, the one thing that I had mentioned earlier that I actually really love about Christmas time there is that they have meet and greet characters that are just characters that roam the areas, and they're absolutely quirky and amazing. Like, they're different. They're not your typical characters that you would see. Like, over in the Gleam Punt district, they have 2 guys on stilts. One of them, normal stilts, he kind of looks like a toy soldier.
Yeah.
The other dude is like on all fours, kind of like that scare actor from from Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Except he's all candy cane, and he's wearing these giant twirly glasses. He almost looks like something out of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory from Tim Burton. Like, that's what he looks like. And he's walking around. They have the giant 3D projection mapping on the side of the building with all the different animated figures that are kind of sitting in the bushes. So I really like that area of the park. And it snows. It snows so hard. Snow so hard.
Snope.
So really, really like that area of the park. And particularly because their characters stand out so much. You know, it isn't just elves. It isn't just Santa. It isn't just Mrs. Claus. Although they have all of those.
Yeah.
It isn't just that. And I appreciate it for its uniqueness. Then if you keep going down the way, you go over to DC Universe. DC Universe just lights everywhere. It's absolutely just
so many lights.
From top to bottom lights. And they go on and off to the music throughout the night.
Isn't there like a tree lighting thing too? Like first thing?
Yeah, there's a tree like right there in front of the DC Universe that kind of goes off occasionally. So they have that. They have Candy Cane Lane, which is at the top. Which is funny because Candy Cane Lane is like my favorite area of the park when it's like really cold, because it's where all the fake snow is, not the snow, the fake snow that's out like on the floors, and they have the sculptures.
Ice sculptures.
They have characters walking around there, and all the trees are decorated with red and white lights, so they look like candy canes. So Candy Cane Lane. There you go.
Yeah.
So on a very cold night, it is absolutely convincing that you would actually feel like you're in some winter wonderland type of place.
Yeah, it's super cool. I remember it from last time I went, and it is one of my favorite parts. And then right there, too, isn't that where Santa and Mrs. Claus is?
No, this year they've actually...
They moved them.
No, because last year they weren't there either.
I didn't go last year because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just had Aaron. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, you didn't go. It was just me last year. Yeah. So they were at the bottom. They were across the way from that big amphitheater.
Got it.
Yeah, so they were right there.
Okay.
So
like by the kids area.
They were there again. Yeah, remember when I pointed? I was like, "Oh no, it's candy cane color during Fright Fest."
Yeah.
Right there.
Got it.
That's exactly where they were. They were probably getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. They used to be up at the top at Candy Cane Lane, but not anymore. But at the top of Candy Cane Lane, they did have one of many fire pits for marshmallow roasting, and that's actually one thing that I absolutely love about the event too. Is it's a simplistic idea in nature. Just, why don't we just have roasting s'mores? But the concept behind it is so vast, in my opinion, because it harkens back to being a kid and the excitement of, I get to be in charge of my own stick, and I get to char my own marshmallow, and I get to have my own little treat. Once I'm done, they hand you the little bag. When you pay for it, you put it on the stick, you roast it, and not even being a kid, but being an adult, it's fun. But I can't imagine the kids, they get excited, like, I get my own, this is amazing, and then they get to do it too. And it's just kind of like a little moment together that isn't a roller coaster, it isn't a show, it isn't like a meet and greet. It's a moment for families to kind of spend time together, or friends to spend time together, and make memories.
Yeah.
And make memories together, roasting marshmallows, because sometimes the simplest things can mean the most.
Exactly.
And for me, that was one thing I do remember, is I remember roasting some marshmallows on there with some of our friends from last year. I did it with Michelle, with Parks and Cons, Sean and Carmel.
Sean and Carmel.
Yeah. I almost said Michelle. I don't know why I said that.
We have friends, Sean and Michelle.
Sean and Michelle,
Shout out to Sean and Michelle, who don't listen to our show, but shout out.
Yeah. No, with Sean and Carmel, and I remember doing it with Rick, and just hanging out, and just having s'mores. Like, that's so much fun to me. So I really like that aspect of the event as well. Other than that, the whole main entrance of the park is completely littered with colored lights. And this is where you can interact with the very animated toy soldiers. Now, if you saw my video on Twitter, it doesn't necessarily make sense, but it was funny. They all had New York accents, and I don't know why. Literally, I caught them as they were coming out of backstage, and they're just like, "Hey, watch out, I'm walking here. How's the weather down there?" I'm like, "It's cold." He goes, "Oh, man, how cold it is up here. Oh, my God." And I'm like, what's happening
I think they were
right
just
now?
having fun.
They were having a great time, and each one of them had their own kind of specific character. They were kind of telling little story beats, like, they call me Licorice because Santa gave me licorice hair. All this stuff. Each one had a name. It was really fun interacting with them. And the fact that you're standing there and, like, I'm 5'10". Like, I'm not tall, but I'm like a little taller than the norm. And so, like, when they come to me and I'm just neck cracked backwards, just like trying to stare up at them and trying to interact with them, and like they'll crouch down to come to your level, and you're like, okay, I feel better.
Are they on stilts or?
Yeah, they're on stilts.
Okay.
What else are they on?
Well, I didn't know if it was stilts or if like they were actors where it's like their head was like in like the chest of the guy.
No, did you see the video?
No, I didn't watch that one.
Oh no, it's literally just people on stilts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember before they had toy soldiers, but they were like normal
That's
size.
Disneyland.
No.
That's
I
Disneyland.
swear they had him there too. Like 3 or 4 years ago.
Not
They
that I
might
know
have.
of.
They might have had them 3 or 4 years ago.
I don't remember.
I don't either, obviously. Okay, let's keep going. Let's move on. I don't watch every Instagram story you do or every
You should.
video.
You're a terrible fan.
I'm not a fan. I'm a member.
I guess that's true.
I remember an episode of UUOP, shout out UUOP, where Lee is complaining that Tracy doesn't listen to the episodes even while they're recording.
Well,
she listens to when she's talking, but when the rest of them are talking and it doesn't involve her, she's not listening. And then so he'll reference something on an episode she was on, and she's like, I don't know.
I don't remember.
I
don't remember that.
So and then I was in the car listening, and I was thinking, well, Tracy does it too. I can do it.
I don't remember what we're talking
I
about.
don't remember.
What happened yesterday? I don't remember.
Yeah, so I'm not a fan. I'm a member.
And you don't remember.
I don't remember.
You don't remember anything. Anyway. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot to do at Six Flags for Holiday in the Park, and I actually thoroughly enjoy the event. And outside of the food, you could also meet Santa and Mrs. Claus, and there's plenty of shows to watch.
Shout out to Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Claus, exactly. And then on the stage right by, it's actually the Full Throttle stage, they have lots of bands that play over during the evenings.
Yeah, and that's where those light up, like, globe things, like, giant ornaments were.
No.
Oh.
You suck.
I wasn't there. I'm trying my best. Where were they?
They were over in
Were
front
they
of
by
Justice League.
Justice League? I was gonna say.
They were in front of Justice League.
That's the only other open area that's like that big farm. Okay.
They had another woman who was on stilts there.
Nice.
Why are they all on stilts?
Because they can be.
I guess so. I guess the question is, why not?
Why not?
So, yeah, they have those ornaments that light up, and you walk in them, and Snopes, and it's just nice.
Yeah.
And right now, because of West Coast Racers, there's no through line to the other side of the park.
Yeah.
So you actually have to just walk back the other way.
Yeah.
So, and also, Crazy Entity is lit up for Christmas too. Looks like a big
nice.
old candy cane.
I still haven't ridden that. The next time we go, I'm ditching you and I'm gonna ride it.
Go for it. I was with Greg and his wife from Park Journey, and it lit up green, red, and white, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's Christmas colors." I'm like, "That's the Italian flag. That's bullcrap. What the heck is going on here? Why is it Italian flag for Christmas? Merry Christmas! Hey. I'm terrible. I'm going to hell.
That's Mario wishing everyone a
It's me, Mario. Welcome to Six Flags for the Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody. Where's Luigi? I don't know. That's about the extent of my Italian holidays celebration.
That's as far as it
Who wants to hear an episode of me just talking about like things like this? I really enjoy the rise of the resistance.
Oh my gosh.
The multiple effects. Mamma mia, it's crazy. Anyway, I had a really good time at Six Flags, and I want to give a huge shout out to Six Flags for inviting us out to come check it out. I implore everybody to go to Six Flags to have fun at Holiday in the Park, ride some coasters with your family, roast some marshmallows over the fire with your friends and family, go meet Mr. and Mrs. Claus, take photos, enjoy yourselves. It's that time of year to make memories, and it's so much fun to go.
Yeah.
Eat food, be merry, the whole shebang.
We're definitely going to try to go again.
Yes.
So I can go.
Yes, exactly. We have a few things on our list that we want to get done so that Aaron can go to some of these events that I've been to or Nikki's been to in the past, but not had a chance to go with her yet.
Yeah.
So that's definitely on the itinerary.
Yeah.
But yeah, then that brings us to the end of the episode. It's a pretty simple episode today. We're just talking about a few different things that we experienced. Well, I experienced. And whether or not I've said it on the show yet or not, I am the bearer of bad news for people who like listening to the show.
What?
But our next episode will be our last episode of season 3. And it will be a history episode about Westcott, the park that should have been where California Adventure was. That'll be our season finale of season 3. Then we'll take a small break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll start season 4.
Yeah.
So
New and improved. Season 4.
definitely new, not improved.
Who knows what's going to happen?
New and used.
We'll have a pet monkey.
I was trying to think of a pet monkey accent, but I couldn't think of one. That's a great point, Monkey. I agree. I agree, Monkey. That's a great argument. You make plenty of sense. And then you're just like, am I missing something? He's not saying words. And me and the monkey are just having full conversations. That'd be awkward.
Don't give away the whole gag. We're not even in season 4 yet.
But yes, so the next episode will be our season finale, and then after that we will take a small hiatus and come back with season 4. Hopefully improved. Definitely new.
I should do the monkey noise for Erin. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, she probably will go nuts.
I've done just farm animals so far.
Well, she really likes the chicken.
Do you want me to do
No, please don't do the chicken. You're going to blow people's eardrums off. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. She has little toys in the tub that are all farm animals, so Nikki does all those sounds for her.
And then I do that as the chicken
and she laughs so hard.
Yeah.
So welcome to our lives. But yeah, so that's the bit of news there. A little sad, a little good. I don't know.
It's fine. It is what it is. No one cares. Everyone's celebrating Christmas. We're erroneous.
Theme park who?
What?
Huh? We're erroneous.
We're erroneous.
Anyway, thank you everybody for listening to this week's episode. Sorry it was a little late.
Things
But
happen.
like I said, better late than never. Really enjoyed having this episode come out because I got to talk about Aiden Sinclair and Holiday in the Park.
Yeah.
If you guys could do us a huge favor, it would be so grateful for us to not make sense like I am right now.
Go leave us a 5-star written review on iTunes, people.
Thank you for taking the words out of my mouth.
Please. It has been a while since we've gotten one.
Well, we got a review.
But
we did, it wasn't
written.
A 5-star written review. It was just it was a 5-star
but
review.
It was not written.
Not written. No.
So write
So
something about us.
Someone left us a 1-star and then got rid of it.
Oh.
So I don't know how that happened.
Maybe it was a mistake.
Maybe they give us a 1-star because they're like, these people suck. And then they listen to the next episode
more.
like, oh, I feel bad. This is really good.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of it.
Maybe they listened to an episode without me and they're like, this sucks. And then they listen to an episode with me and they're like, oh, it's much better.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That definitely could be
That's
it.
what happened.
Were you expecting me to be mean and rude about it?
No.
Okay.
You're trying to wrap things up. You're not poking fun at me. It was
Oh no, I'm definitely always in the aim of poking fun at you. It's too easy. Watch you squirm. But yeah, no, somebody did leave us a 5-star review, which is great and awesome.
Well, thank you.
If anybody else who enjoys the show, if you could leave us a 5-star written review, it really helps the show out. It could be our Christmas gift for the season, or Hanukkah gift, or Kwanzaa gift, whatever you want to call it.
All
Holiday
we
gift.
want for Christmas is reviews.
Ooh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm so glad this is the end of the episode. If you could leave us a 5-star review, that'd be great. It helps everybody enjoy you're ruining my ending. It helps everybody find us and enjoy us like you are right now. If you want to send us an email and reach out to us, you can always email us at
themeparkduo@gmail.com.
And if you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us at Theme Park Duo on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can find all the podcasts on YouTube. You can find fun videos on YouTube. You can also find all of my crazy posts on Twitter. So,
should we have I almost called it a Stitch. Should we have a Twitch?
what would we do on Twitch?
I don't know. I don't know what Twitch is. I'm old.
Twitch is for like video game streaming and stuff.
Is it just video games? I thought
It's
it was
mostly
like,
video
I thought
games.
It was
It's
like,
not just video games.
I thought it was like knockoff Vine.
No, that's TikTok.
That's what I meant. TikTok.
You want to do TikTok?
I don't know. What's TikTok?
Knock off Vine. You just said it.
Yeah, we could do TikTok.
That's one extra thing I don't need to do. I don't understand the TikToks.
I could be in charge of TikTok.
They're ticking and togging all day long. There's no clock. What the heck?
I'm gonna start TikTok.
Okay, you do that. Nikki will start a TikTok and you can follow that.
We gotta keep up with the times and the young folk.
I'm gonna hippity hoppity. I'm into that. No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's end this before it gets any worse.
It's worse.
It's getting bad.
It's already worse.
It's on a landslide. Going to nowhere. Anyway, thank you again for listening to this week's episode, everybody. And always remember, there's always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. See ya.
Thanks for riding with the Theme Park Duo. Make sure to gather all your belongings before the end of the podcast. Bye-bye.